All right, y'all. I just want to say a few words and bless our team really quick. So, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I just ask that you be with us on this call, and I ask that you pour the right words out of my mouth to fill these ladies' cups so that they can be better leaders and have more knowledge for their team and their downlines, Lord. Lord, I just thank you for giving us Plexed so we can be hands and feet, so we can help others and help ourselves and our family financially, Lord. I ask that you bless every single one of these ladies and their businesses, Lord, and just be with us throughout this week. In your precious and holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So today, we're going to talk about Plex's products. So I'm going to start with the most popular products that you're probably going to be asked about over these next 3 months. So I'm going to start with Block, of course. We all know that the holidays are coming, and this is a really, really good way to get your foot in the door on getting a new customer. Especially with the holidays around the corner, like I said. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm going through my notes, so bear with me on this. Just to let you know, Block is not something that is just for cheat meals. It is going to be a really, really good thing so that you're not overindulging, but you don't have to just use this product when you're overindulging. Consistency with Block actually has way better results. So if you stay consistent with Block and you take it twice a day, every day, you're going to see some really, really great results. Basically, what Block does in a nutshell is it slows down the absorption of the starch and the sugars, and it turns that into so that you can have healthy glucose levels. So 48% of that, bye-bye. And then positive glucose levels is always a very, very good thing, especially if you are a diabetic. So that's a huge thing to bring up right there. It reduces the conversion from starches and sugar to glucose, which is another good thing. It's an appetite suppressant, which is huge, especially for me, because I used to have bigger portions, but when I take Block, I get full like halfway through. So you'll notice that it's not just blocking those sugars and starches, it's actually putting a little hindrance on your appetite. So that's a huge thing right there, especially if you have customers that say, you know, I'll eat that pizza, but I won't just eat 2 slices. I want like 6, you know? So this will help them not just block that, but it'll help them curb those wants to go for, 6 pieces and go for 2 just instead. And they'll be satisfied. They'll be full. So it helps reduce your glycemic index, which basically your GI, your glycemic index, that measures how a carb-containing food raises your blood glucose based on the speed of digestion. So in a nutshell, it helps the process of it to slow down for your GI. And it promotes healthy weight control. So if you're trying to maintain a good weight level and they let's say they've been on triplex and they're trying to maintain that good weight level but still kind of curb those cravings, Block is a really good addition to add in there, okay? The key ingredient, there's kind of 2 with the new formula. So the key ingredient with Block is the WKB, which is our white kidney bean extract, okay? It is, and the NC2, which is, as y'all know it, as brown seaweed, okay? So these 2 together are digestive enzymes that will basically get paralyzed. So it's kind of paralyzing those enzymes down, so that way it's a slower process and it helps eliminate it. Another good thing about Block is that it helps maintain a stable blood sugar level, which, like I said, is a really good thing for diabetics. Chromium as well is in our new formula, as y'all know. So that is a big, big help with cell signaling. So it's a great benefit for those diabetics because of that chromium addition in there as well. The NC2 is a huge, huge benefit in this product because it is focusing on the sugar that you're ingesting in your body. So it's focusing on breaking that down. And excuse me. And on top of that, it's a huge fat burner. So you combine the NC2 with the chromium already being a muscle builder and the NC2 being a fat burner, you've got yourself a really, really great combination right there, okay? It improves your insulin sensitivity, another big bonus for your diabetic customers. And then it actually it's naturally occurring iodine, which basically means that's needed for your thyroid to produce your hormones, which almost everyone needs iodine, okay? So, but especially for those with your thyroids and everything, but all of us need that iodine. So that NC2 helps in that aspect right there. Another thing that it does is it takes up, sorry, Thor's in the way. It takes up space in the stomach. The brown seaweed expands. And so that's what's helping you not overeat, is when that brown seaweed expands, and that's halting you from overeating. So those healthy glucose balance also helps maintain the sensation of the fullness. Even though you might not be full, your mind's telling right here, okay, I'm full. So it's feeling that sensation right there. So let's go on to some of the other important factors of it. A lot of people will say, well, how do you take your block to be most successful with it? So it can be taken alone, or you can take, of course, 2 a day with your 2 meals a day generally. And like I said, consistency is definitely key. And if you have just somebody taking block, let's say we're introducing that one product to them just so that we can get them started and we get them with block, make sure that you're still reminding them to drink plenty of water. Even though they're not on the triplex or anything, the block requires you to definitely stay hydrated with that NC2 and the chromium and all of those things in there. So you want to make sure that they're drinking enough water on that one. So who is block for? Well, honestly, everybody. But if we're breaking it down, for people that have a high sugar consumption and are struggling with obesity, diabetics that are really looking for blood sugar control and insulin balance, we could go on and say that low or no thyroid to help with that iodine and that weight control as well. So these are 3 customers that you're already targeting in your head that are going to be great for block. So you can kind of maybe make a list of that, like who has these characteristics on my Facebook list, and then just kind of try to reach out to them and target them with that knowledge. So let's see. You're not going to want anybody, as far as restrictions, like who should I not talk about block with? So as far as restrictions, anybody that's on a heavily restricted carb diet, they're probably not going to need block. Overactive thyroid users need to be aware and start with low dosages. So if they have hypothyroidism, then you need to kind of, troubleshoot that with them before we go all into, hey, take 2 block for, 2 times a day. So you're going to want to check with that. So we all know that with the updated version, you don't have to wait 30 minutes anymore. It's automatic. And then I also still I would recommend you taking it at least 5 to 10 minutes before, if possible, because that gives the seaweed to activate. It gives it time for the seaweed to activate and for the enzymes to paralyze. So that way, the same time you're eating your food, that block has already went through your system, if that kind of makes sense. Let me know if I'm going too fast, because I'm trying to get through all of these products as fast as I can. So there was a change in the capsule that made it able to activate faster. So that's, if anybody asks, what did y'all change in there? We definitely added the chromium, and the big change was in the capsule. That's what helps the fast activation. And then the capsule is actually just a little bit smaller than before. And then we're going to go into ProBio 5, because we all know that ProBio 5 helps those sugar cravings and helps us with our sleeping and all of that. So I wanted to target that before the busy holiday season as well. So our ProBio 5 is a 3-in-1 product. So it's a probiotic, it's a digestive enzyme, and it's an antifungal. What makes our sorry. If everybody could, okay, there we go. Hi, Mallory. What makes our probiotic different are the ingredients in our probiotic. So don't laugh at me on my pronunciation because I'm probably going to sound like a foreigner saying these words because I say them every day and they still don't get easier. So number one, the chitosanase is our digestive enzyme. That is a very, very big addition in our product that makes us stand out from everybody else, because that digestive enzyme is what gets through that outer shell of that bacteria. A lot of other probiotics do not have that in there, so they can get to your gut, but they can't break through the wall of that bacteria. So that makes us pretty much baller status, okay? The S. boulardii is the antifungal and the beneficial yeast. I know a lot of people will say all the time, oh, well, I have people that really want to try our ProBio 5, but they can't have yeast. Here's the thing. There's good yeast and there's bad yeast. ProBio has good yeast, okay? So that's what that S. boulardii is coming in for. So these antifungals can get in once the chitosanase breaks through that wall. It's kind of like a boom pow kind of a thing. Why are our probiotics needed, basically? Well, our body is supposed to have a balance of 80 to 20, 80% good bacteria, 20% bad bacteria. For all of y'all that don't know, the reason why we're supposed to have that 20% bad bacteria is so we can decompose when we die. That's it. Most of the population is way over on their bad bacteria. So that's what probiotic comes in, is it comes in to replenish that good bacteria and limit that bad bacteria. Because for all of us that take any kind of antibiotics or have ever taken an antibiotic, antibiotics are not prejudiced. They will go in and they will kill all of your bacteria. So you need a good probiotic to replenish that and even out your good and your bad to where it needs to be, that 80-20% level, okay? The bad bacteria is protected by that outer shell that I was telling you about, that needs to survive an extent. So think like a beetle or a cockroach. I know that sounds gross, but it's that kind of a shell. And so our probiotic is strong enough to where we can get through that shell. Every kind of daily activity that we do, as far as food, eating, any activities that we do, antibiotics, social norms, all of that kind of stuff, that is why we need a probiotic, is because even if you eat perfectly fine and you work out every single day, I can bet you've probably taken an antibiotic in your life or been around sick people. So that's why we recommend everybody to be on a probiotic, and especially ours. So getting into the chitosanase, which is our key ingredient, that is what I told you that breaks down that outer shell so it can get stripped down out of the body. And then the grapeseed extract is 50% or 50 times more antioxidant than vitamin C. So combine all of those together and you have yourself a triple threat of a probiotic. Another question that's really popular is why our probiotic does not have to be refrigerated. Well, it's freeze-dried, and because of the bacillus coagulin, I think I said that right, that basically helps protect the live cultures from being activated before it reaches the gut. So it protects the harsh environment in the body until it reaches the gut on the internal side. The CFUs is another reason why when people will ask on, if ours has to be refrigerated, and they say, oh, well, your CFU count is low. They're like, there's 2 billion in each capsule of ours, but you can look at other probiotics and they'll be like, oh, there's 15 billion cultures. Well, the reason why we don't need that many cultures is because CFUs only activate when it changes temperature. With ours being freeze-dried, it's not going to activate as soon as you take that capsule, and you're not going to only get 20% of it. It's going to activate when it hits your gut, and you're going to get all of it. So that's why we don't need that many CFUs. If anybody's like, well, why does this one have like 20 billion and you just have 2 billion? That's why, because we're freeze-dried. So spinning through that really quick, seeing if I missed anything. Okay, we're good. So let's go on to BioCleanse. BioCleanse is, it's my best friend. It's a magnesium a magnesium supplement. It's going to help oxygenate your blood. It's going to help keep you regular. It's going to probably help you with energy. When you oxygenate your blood, that helps with restriction cramps. So it might even prohibit you from having runner's cramps or leg cramps whenever you work out. It can be beneficial other than, the poo situation on what we relate it to pretty much all of the time. So in a nutshell, your colon is as long as you are tall. So if that gets backed up, you're in trouble. It's also as thick as your wrist. So your colon is this thick and it's as long as your body. So think about that. When it gets backed up and it's that big and it's in your gut, no bueno, okay? So what we do is we want to do elimination, because elimination is key. So weight loss can happen without it. The only way to get rid of excess hormones is a great way with BioCleanse. The ingredient in one of them is a bioflavonoid, which enhances vitamin C to support the blood circulation. And so that is what helps it actually act as an antioxidant, and it helps the inflammatory conditions as well. So besides that, and the vitamin C, which prevents cells from damage, and it works as an antioxidant as well. For all of y'all that aren't familiar with antioxidants, that basically fixes and prevents damage to cells. So let's go on to bioflavonoid and vitamin C working together. So when this product works together, it's actually scientifically proven that whenever bioflavonoid and vitamin C are put together, great things happen. Y'all can actually Google it. There are, I think I have a few sites on it as well, but it's reduced risk of heart disease when you combine these two. It's reduced risk of certain cancers. It's been an anti-aging effect. It's strengthened the walls of blood vessels. It's improved circulation. It's lowered cholesterol. Like, y'all, these two ingredients put together, besides the fact that they're in our amazing BioCleanse, but these two ingredients put together have some serious research behind them. You combine them in with an all-natural plant-based magnesium supplement, and it kind of makes it a superstar. So getting onto the magnesium part, just real quick, one thing that you need to know about it is, if anybody's like, oh, well, why is magnesium so important? Well, because 80 to 90% of our population is pretty much deficient in it. And it's something that we really need, especially as women, but men as well. Magnesium also helps keep your blood pressure normal and your bones strong and your heart rhythm steady, which is something that is good for people that struggle with a little bit of anxiety or maybe some certain uncomfort situations. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not really staying that compliant. If you aren't getting enough, you're probably dealing with inflammation. So if you're not getting enough magnesium, you're probably having some inflammation. And to see if you need magnesium yourself, there are a couple different websites that you can go to, or you can, send your potentials to, and I can share those with you as well. So magnesium, vitamin C, and sodium work together to scrub out your insides, which is another thing that BioCleanse does. It leads to efficient elimination. It also leads to why it's so important to pair it with ProBio 5. So the ProBio 5 basically breaks down the bad bacteria because it really clears it out. And then I guess you could kind of just explain BioCleanse as the scrubbing bubbles, but kind of like getting rid of it, as Kim Phillips says. So that's a little bit on BioCleanse. Sorry if I got really scientific on y'all, but BioCleanse is one of those ones that has so many different ingredients that you don't even realize how it could be helping somebody that's not even dealing with, eliminating, that might be dealing with inflammation or a little bit of stress or stuff like that. So just wanted to touch on that. Another thing I'm going to get into is the P96, because I feel like this product is overlooked so much, because a lot of people just don't understand that our protein stands above and beyond everybody else's. And this is coming from somebody that is a very crunchy person and loves her protein, but could never find any protein that didn't taste like protein, if that makes sense. So just the bare facts of it. And the number one thing I'm going to say that I love about it is it has 0 sugar in it. Y'all try and go and find a protein shake that has 0 sugar in it and doesn't have sucralose. You're not going to find it. I don't even think it's out there. Okay. I've looked into vegan shakes and everything, and there's still some sort of a sugar byproduct in there. So it has 15 grams of protein. It has 0 grams of sugar. It has 4 carbs, 21 vitamins. It actually has 96 calories. The only reason why it says 100 on the back of the package is because FDA policy requires us to round up. But if anybody asks me, say, oh, you advertise this as 96 calories and it says 100 on the package. Well, it's because FDA wants us to round up, but technically there are 96 calories in there. So on top of that, and that's just because of the nutritional guidelines that FDA has. It really, other than that, no other reason. So why the isolate and the whey concentrate? Whey isolate and whey concentrate are high protein content, okay? They're fast protein, which is good for post-workout and muscle repair. So if you're having people that are like, oh, I used to be getting in the gym, so I don't know if I should be doing protein because I don't do this that much. Well, it's great for muscle repair and not just muscle building, so you're good. This one's a great one for you to start out with. It's made from grass-fed, non-GMO cows. I love that fact about us. It's cold processed whey. Basically, cold processed means the nutrients don't get stripped and they stay loaded with the antioxidants and the amino acids because they're individually packaged, okay? The soy lecithin, a lot of people will, or lectine, as you say, a lot of people will be like, oh, I just can't have soy, I can't have soy. I don't like soy either, but the soy that we have is produced to be a non-estrogen producing soy. It's not a estrogen producing soy, which a lot of doctors and a lot of people say, oh, women should stay away from soy, That's right. But this is a non-estrogen producing soy, so it's a totally different kind of soy. So I actually advocate this kind of a soy. It's carrageenan free, which is huge. There's some coconut milks out there that are not even carrageenan free. That's why we always want you to combine your Belly Buster shake with that Slim and that carrageenan free milk, because 2 carrageenan free products combined together, you've got yourself a serious fat burner right there, like serious. Another thing is it's gluten free. Y'all, that's huge. There's so many people out there that are struggling with celiacs that cannot find a protein that fits with them. This is huge because we're cold processed, we're non-estrogen soy, and we're gluten free. There's no artificial sweeteners. It's sweetened with stevia. There's no artificial flavors, and there's no chemicals whatsoever in our protein powder. So adding protein between meals can increase your metabolism by 20%. So if you're looking for somebody that's wanting to increase their metabolism, a lot of people don't think of this, pairing the P96 shakes with the accelerator and the Slim, that's an amazing combo right there, because you're getting fat burner, you're getting the increase of your metabolism by 20% with your protein, and you're getting an increase with your metabolism with your accelerator. So it's a great combo right there. So I already touched on the fat burning shake and why it works. So another reason why it works is because of the chromium in Slim. The clean protein of P96 and the benefits of the coconut milk right there, it kind of acts like a natural thermogenic. So when you combine those two, that's basically going to heat up your body to an internal temperature of around 98 degrees, and it's going to help you burn fat quicker. Sorry, my dog's roaming next to me. It is a medium chain fatty acid that breaks down the stored good carbs for energy. So you're going to be able to store those good carbs for energy throughout the day if you're, adding that protein to your regimen. And carbs can be good. They can be good for your body, and your body needs it. So this is another reason why P96 is a really good way to implement that into your fitness regimen. Okay. We're going to scooch on over to X Factor. It's another one of my favorite ones. It's an aloe-based. I love you, Kimmy. It's an aloe-based. It's fully methylated, which I'll get into that in just a second. I'm sorry, I'm going fast. I have a couple people. I'm going fast. So it's fully methylated. I'll get into that. And this is another product that we have that's vegan friendly. The New Zealand black currant, I'm going to give you a couple little tidbits on this ingredient. So you can Google this certain subject, New Zealand blackcurrant, and you're going to find tons of little tidbits that maybe you like that fit specifically for somebody that you're working with. I suggest you do that because this ingredient is amazing. Okay. So definitely be Google friendly with this ingredient. It's a powerful antioxidant. We already discussed antioxidants, so that's a great thing to have. It's a powerful form of vitamin A. It's an excellent source of iron. This is important to know because it's not listed on the label. Okay, so patented aloe blend. We'll get into that. You can definitely Google the benefits of aloe as well. It has really amazing benefits. It enhances the nutrient absorption up to 300%. So you're actually going to be absorbing every other supplement that you take as well to the highest capacity. This is why people see improvement in their hair and in their nails and in their skin, is because you're getting all of that high absorption right there. So with us changing the formula, I believe it was last year, and adding a fully methylated version. I'm going to sum this up very quickly because it's one of those topics that I could go on for about 3 hours because it's kind of confusing. So the methylation is a process to where our cells go through to function. The gene mutation of MTHFR can clog the process and cause people not to methylate. So that's why methylation is so important, because for those of the people that are missing that gene, it's helping them methylate, okay, to kind of put it in smaller terms, I guess, without getting too sciencey. Some undermethylate, some overmethylate. So this matters to those who don't process folic acid. 40% of the population, lots of us, don't even know that we have MTHFR. Many use a methylation supplement to help them break it down. So this eliminates the need for this vitamin. But for info on this, there are a lot of different outlets that you can go to research. If you have anybody that's struggling with this, please reach out to me and I can help you as much as possible. Or I can send you some numbers or some websites to kind of get further into that, because you might have people reach out to you that aren't methylating and that do have that. So B vitamins, B12 in the form of the methylcobalamin, please don't quote me on that. It's a natural occurring source, so it's not synthetic. Synthetic, we all know, is man-made in a lab. Not synthetic is not. It's a natural form. That is ours. Most other vitamins use a it's called a cyanocobalamin. Y'all, this is not my forte. But the synthetic form of B12 leaves traces of cyanide behind. That's all you need to know. Not as an absorbable. So this basically means that it mainly all passed through the urine, but it stays in the body system longer at a higher rate. So if you're taking a synthetic version, no bueno. Leave cyanide in your system is all you need to know. If you're taking a normal natural version of B vitamins, then it's actually going to get the highest absorption rate. You're going to get beneficial qualities for your nervous system, visually, like vision specifically. For those with B12 deficiency that have the inability to absorb it, this form is going to be absorbed and becomes more effective for them. So if you have people that are vitamin B deficient, this is going to be a great one for them. Okay, I kind of sped through that one. So we'll get on to Mega X. Mega X is the only plant-based product on the market that has all the omegas 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. The only one out there, hands down. It has the ahi flower oil in it. And basically what that does is it's sustainable, it's renewable. It has no aquatic contaminants, which means, no fish oils, none of that kind of good stuff. It's non-GMO, it's vegetarian friendly, and no fishy aftertaste. So that's a bonus right there. And ahi flower. And ahi flower actually has its own website as well. So if you want to learn more on that, you can always, put that in your notes, Google it, learn a couple fun facts about it. So that way it's kind of like having an elevator speech for each product. Just find 3 or 4 things that you love about it and share it that way. So the omega-6 is what keeps an optimal 3-6 ratio. So it helps the body convert to substances that reduce an inflammation and cell growth. And it's used for rheumatoid arthritis, conditions that affect the skin, high cholesterol, blood fats, heart disease, diabetics, nerve pain, depression. I mean, y'all, our Omega X can be used for a plethora of things. So that's where knowing your products and knowing your ingredients can really come in handy, because sometimes you might be thinking, oh, they need the triplex. Everybody needs the triplex. But you know what? They might need X Factor, Mega X, and P96. You know, like there's a different regimen for every single person out there. Other oils that are included in our Mega X that are kind of overlooked sometimes are the pomegranate seed, avocado, sea buckthorn, broccoli seed, and raspberry seed. All natural right there. So those are the main ones that I wanted to go over, just our triplex and everything like that. I'm going to, sorry, more notes. Going to go over the edge really quick. So we all know that the edge is basically the amount of a natural caffeine equivalent to like 1 cup of coffee. So if you have somebody that says, you know, I'm not really that great on stimulants, I don't know how I'll do with accelerator or boost, you know, Edge might be a really, really good product for them because of the fact that it's a natural form of caffeine and it's not synthetic. Y'all, synthetic caffeine is crucially bad. Like 1 teaspoon of synthetic caffeine is about 190 sodas. Okay. And the fact that our Edge has a non-synthetic caffeine in it is huge, because it's that synthetic version of caffeine that gives people the shakes, that speeds up their heart rate, that does all of those forms of side effects. But if you have a natural, good caffeine, then you're not going to get those, as I say, those chemical side effects. It helps with healthy, sustained energy levels throughout the day. It helps with sharper thinking. It's going to help enhance your concentration and your focus. It improves your mood. It actually has a little bit of that 5-HTP in there as well that is in the accelerator. So that is a mood stabilizer. I am going to, let's see, go over the boost really quick. So the boost, sorry, put this over here. Too many notes and my battery is running low, so I'll make this quick. The boost contains a blend of vitamins and botanicals that help you succeed with your weight management program. So basically it's got the Caruli, I'm sorry, I keep getting buzzed by my computer. It helps, it's a thermogenic, it helps heat up the internals up to about 98 to 95 degrees so that you can burn fat at a quicker pace. So that's why we always recommend doing it as a pre-workout, because it kind of gets your body ready and heated up for that. A great companion for putting boost with is Plexed Slim. So if you have somebody that wants to start and you want to kind of get them started off, you know, kind of low and easy, I would do Plexed Slim and add the boost if they're really big into workouts, and maybe add the P96 to it. It's actually derived from an edible cactus. It's a very old native tribe ingredient that they used in the Eastern Indian years for them to suppress their hunger and increase their energy. So very old ingredient that's worked very well for many years, and we combined it and made it an amazing pre-workout. That's pretty much in a nutshell what Boost is. Always recommend checking with their doctors if they have high blood pressure or anything like that. If you're getting them into a stimulant, a Boost, accelerator, an Edge, always make sure that they check with their prescriptions and with their doctors on that one. Another product that I really wanted to go over is the Ease Cream. So a lot of people might not realize that other than the Ease capsules, the Ease Cream can be used as a pain relief management as well. So if you don't have the Ease capsules, you can put a little bit of the Ease Cream on your temples if you're having a headache. You can put it on your legs after a core workout, but and I would basically apply it around every 2 hours. It's not one of those things that's going to last you all day long. It's definitely one of those things that needs to be reapplied. Definitely keep out of reach of the kiddos because it probably could burn a little bit with that cooling factor right there. And it has the green lipid muscle in the Ease cream and the Ease capsules. So definitely be making sure if you have anybody that has allergies or anything like that, fish allergies, to keep them clear from the Plexed Ease products because that green lipid muscle, and as well as your pregnant prospects, because we all want to keep them away from seafood and all of that kind of good jazz. These last few products I'm just kind of skimming through really, really quick because I know time is running slow. So the Plexus Nerve is a combination of vitamins and minerals, herbs, and amino acids. It helps to support the healthy nerve cells, and it also helps regenerate those nerves as well. So it can go in there, it can rebuild that nervous system, help regenerate those nerves, bind them together. It helps reduce the symptoms of nerve discomfort, and it also a result of not an underlying disease. So if you have, let's say you have a bad accident or you have surgery or you're having joint issues, then this is something for it. But as far as using nerve for a long period of time, you're going to be able to notice some serious changes because it's going to get in there and it's going to regenerate those nerves as best as it possibly can and rebuild that. I would say no, you're good. I would say take one capsule twice a day and take it with food. And I'm going to have to pause really quick because my battery's running low and I need to plug in my computer. 2 Zooms in a row kind of made it go crazy. And then I'll be back in 2 seconds. So I guess chit chat among yourselves for 2 seconds.
You're fine, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing awesome.
Can I give a shout out to Jackie, who had to jump off here real quick, and she just signed an ambassador
for about 3 hours going through those kind of details on all of our products. But I wanted to get through the core products that we use on an everyday basis and the ones that we honestly probably should be sharing around the holidays, like the P96 and the block and the stimulants. So if you would like me to go into further detail on the breast check kit or the lotion or anything else, you just let me know and I totally will.
I mean, I think, honestly, I would, to me, Ease is everything. Same with the Plexus body cream as far as the activated charcoal. When people hear about that, they're like, what? I'm like, girl, I was pregnant 2 years in a row, and because Lyric was so big, I would have gotten a ton of stretch marks if it wasn't for me applying my Plexus body cream.
So, oh yeah. So I mean, I can go over some quick details on the Plexus body cream. So we all know that Kim just mentioned that it has that activated charcoal in it, which is huge. I don't know if y'all have read in any of the magazines lately or if y'all are big readers, but activated charcoal is hitting the scene, and it's hitting the scene hard. It's been in GQ. It's been in Cosmo. It's been in Better Homes and Garden. It's been in Southern Living. It has been in every single magazine that you could possibly imagine over the last 4 months. Because I've been researching the heck out of it, and every time I do, it brings me to another link that it's in another recent magazine article. So this is something that you can use, oh girl, did you hear about the activated charcoal face mask? They're amazing. Can you just imagine a lotion that had that in it? Oh yeah, because I got one. So the fact that it has that activated charcoal, but spirulina algae is an amazing herb, okay? It can do so many great things. When I was little and I was sick, my godmom pretty much used to make me drink spirulina tea. It's loaded with so many good benefits. It's been found to bring new vibrancy to your skin when those two are combined. So it can clear up any clogged pores. It can clear up any kind of acne that you're having, or let's say dry skin patches. I know I used to struggle with dry skin patches super bad, but with the spirulina algae and the activated charcoal put together, it is an amazing blend right there. It can do really, really great things. And I've even noticed it actually tightening my skin, like especially on my legs. And I think that's why it does really great things for stretch marks, because it's able to kind of tighten that skin back to where it doesn't want to stretch, I guess you could say. But you only need a little bit of it. It's not something that you need a ton of it. So when people get a bottle, I'm like, this bottle is little. Like, I'm going to need more than that. Well, you only need a little bit. Some other benefits that you can use your Plexus body cream for are in your hair, as Jessie is Vanna Whiting for us right now. Just put a little bit in when it's wet. You don't even have to blow dry your hair. I have crazy afro curly hair, and I put a little bit in when it's wet. I go to bed with a wet head. I wake up. My hair literally needs like 3 or 4 things from a straightening iron, and I'm good to go. So I've even reached out to my hairdresser friends, and I've told them about Plexus body cream and X Factor. Like, y'all need to have this in your booth, because everybody's always wanting their hair long, and everybody's wanting to use an all natural everything. And wouldn't it be great if you had an all natural hair product to give them that doesn't have any byproducts or chemicals or any kind of parabens?
Thank God Candace is on this call. Although
oh my goodness, did she hop on?
Yeah, she's been on.
Oh, but, girl, I missed it. So I wasn't even trying to like preach to you.
No, it's all good. I'm totally gonna have to get some of this.
I'm telling you, you put that in your station, and you will
be like, huh?
You've got an all natural multivitamin that can make my hair grow, and you have an all natural like lotion that I could pretty much use as my facial cream, my moisturizer. On bug bites, it pulls the swelling out of it and the sting out of it. Especially if you combine Plexus body cream and the Ease cream together on bug bites, it's like amazing. I can't even tell you. Like the itch just disappears. So I use it as deodorant. You can combine it and use your Plexus body cream as deodorant. For those of y'all that sweat a little bit more like me, you need to apply it twice a day, just letting you know, otherwise you're going to be stinky Sally. Other than that, you can use the Plexus body cream. I've used it to make face masks and combine it with like bananas and all sorts of stuff. It's a great lotion to use on kids that have eczema issues or anything like that, so it can help ease that skin problem condition right there, and that's a big thing from spirulina algae. Another thing that it can help your hair do is activated charcoal. If you notice the face mask people trying to like get it off, it kind of hurts. It tightens up and it dries super fast. Well, it's going to do that same thing on your hair. So that's another thing. Like if I put that lotion in like 10 minutes later and go to blow dry my hair, it's not going to take me 45 minutes to blow dry my afro anymore. It's going to take me like seriously 7 to 8 minutes, and my hair is dry because that activated charcoal is in there. Let's see. Breast check kit, y'all, I'm gonna be real, I don't know a ton about it. I know it was on the doctor show. I know it's an absolutely amazing product. I know that's how our company started out, is by being a breast health awareness company. But I just got my first one in the mail and I'm super excited about it. You did too, Kim? So I'm really, really excited about like fidgeting and learning about this product, and maybe Jess is laughing because I said fidgeting.
Can you show it to me? I've never seen it before.
Yes, I can. Hold on one second.
They both got a spoken one. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually really, 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 really neat looking.
And like in October last year, did they do the buy one free or whatever?
Yep.
I hope they do that this year.
Okay, so it comes in a little box.
Hey, I got a man to demo.
Do I need to take my shirt off?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you got a man to demo. Yes. Hey, Jared.
Hi.
You're gonna have to sit up a little. You rub it all the way up and all in the feel for all the imperfections.
It's so soft.
This is how babies are made.
Obviously.
I think you need to read a book, maybe watch some videos or something.
No,
Lift your arm.
That's
Lift your
not
arm.
how that works.
It's super duper soft.
That's
It's
not how
super
babies
duper
are
soft.
made.
Oh, I'm just joking. But he's hilarious.
There's videos on the internet for that.
No, we don't need those videos. Okay, so hold that up to the screen, Jess. Hold the breast thing like up to the. There you go. So it's kind of like a really soft and thin material. So the whole point of it is the fact that ours is super thin, and you can feel everything a little bit better. Is what I know about our breast check kit. And I know that. What'd you say, Christy?
It looks like cellophane with water in it.
It kind of is, like a little bit. But it's so thin so that you can actually feel the informalities, I guess you would say. I'll let y'all know how it goes after I use it. I don't know. I've never used one before. Other than that, I think the only other product that I haven't gone over is our Plexed Slim. And I'm sure we all know a lot about that product. If you need me to go over the ingredients and all of that kind of stuff, I'm more than happy to, Kim. That's up to you, girlfriend, or if you wanted to open it up for questions. I just asked. You're muted, boo.
Go, Jackie.
Whoop whoop! That's 2 people this week.
That's awesome, Jackie. Get it, girl. Kim, you're muted.
Oh my Lord.
I'm like, Kim,